I was blocking the microphone. We can't have that. Hello, friends. We haven't talked in about a week. Because I've been real busy. That and I kind of got the wind knocked out of me this week. So I didn't feel like I was in the right headspace to visit for a minute. Devil's hard at work these days. Have you noticed? Have you know how hard he's working here lately? We got to see the devil face to face about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago tomorrow. I watched the devil try to take my husband away from me, and I watched the Lord stop him. But he didn't give up there. No, sir. He came after us again this weekend, too. That's all right. It's all right. Thank goodness I had on my armor. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I'm a pretty loud mouth. I'm a pretty big personality. If you ask me to do something, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I'm gonna show up and show out. That's what I do. It's my job. Nowhere in the history of my career have I been asked to do that job naked. Nowhere in that career have I been asked to. Well, no, I should rephrase that. I've been asked plenty of times to do the things that I'm about to tell you about. I haven't, and I won't. And maybe that's why I'm 41 and not famous and on the radio right now, because I won't get naked and do blow with the powers that be. I just won't. I'm a big pothead. I advocate for marijuana and the legalization of marijuana because I think that that's better for you than 99.99999% of the shit that the doctor's giving you. But there's no money in cures. There's money in treatments. And there's no money in something that you can grow out of your own garden, so we have to add 9 or 10 different chemicals to it, send it down to Mexico and back, and hopefully your child won't overdose on it in the high school parking lot before school on Friday morning. That's what we're dealing with. SB3 in Texas, that, thank God, they're re-looking at now, was saying that they had no problem with medical marijuana as long as you're on opioids for 90 days first to see if that controls your chronic pain. So you'd rather get me addicted to something that's killing 8 out of 10 Appalachian Americans than just to give me something that grows in the ground and doesn't hurt anything. Okay. Devil's alive and well. And I've had a lot of people come at me and go, well, we don't want you in Texas anyway. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. The point is that there should be nowhere in this country that I can't do whatever the fuck I want to as a grown-up tax-paying citizen. Am I missing something? There should be no corner of this great country of ours where I can't sit down on somebody's porch and light up a joint and mind my own business. There's no need for that. There ain't no need for it. There ain't no need for the prison system to be overflowing and people in there for minor offenses and miscellaneous misdemeanors when we've got hardened criminals running the music industry, hardened criminals running Hollywood, hardened criminals sitting in office. But you want to put me in jail because I want to smoke a little bit of weed every now and again. Trust me, it's for your health, not mine. Because that prison's already populated enough. But then again, it's just like those kids on free lunches. Schools get $1,900 a year for every child that has free lunch. It's kickback. Wonder how many kickbacks they get in prison since it's privatized. Wonder how many wardens are driving a new Mercedes-Benz instead of a pickup truck to work because we have so much money flowing through the prison system. Wonder how many violent offenders are being turned down on parole because we've been paid off. It's easier to just let them go. So, I'm just looking at it going, you know how to fix this, right? You know how to fix all this. There's a really easy way to fix all this. Ban opioids. Try that on. Try that on and watch the population in Appalachia just plummet through, just go right through the friggin' ceiling. So high that you can't see it. Do away with your COVID vaccines. Watch your elderly come back. Have stricter sex offender penalties. And watch your children be safer. There's easy fixes to this, but it makes no money for the powers that be. But there's easy fixes for it. Grow your own weed, grow your own food, raise your own chickens, fuck everybody else. That's the way to get away with it. But they're trying to make that illegal too, because you can't even have a farm in your own home state without giving Uncle Sam a piece of the eggs. So, I'm beginning to wonder what kind of free country that we're in when it ain't free. It ain't free. It ain't free at all. Everybody's like, well, it's a threat to democracy. I don't know who in the hell you talked to y'all that was a democracy, but they lied to you. We're a republic. We're a republic. Actually, we're a corporation that was formed in 1865 because we were so in far debt for the Civil War that we had to buy half of our fucking worth from the Bank of London, and they still own the deed to our corporation. But, y'all don't want to get into that. No, that means that somebody lied way back. We can't have that. Everybody knows that politicians already started lying when we got the internet. Up till then, they might as well have been gospels, It's a pretty easy fix. Get rid of the shit that you don't need. Stock up on the stuff that you do. Grow your own food. Don't eat the crap that poisons you. And stop taking pills. It's illegal to collect your own rainwater. Shit that falls from the sky, you can't keep it. Shit that grows out of your garden, can't smoke it. You see a problem with this? But yet, they're wanting to put, not just me, but everybody who has a headache, a toothache, a bad day, PTSD, cancer, anxiety, whatever, take this opioid real quick. You'll get addicted in about 4 days, and then you won't think about weed no more. You won't think about nothing no more. Matter of fact, you'll be so addicted to that fix that you'll pawn everything in your house for $40. Trust me, I've seen the people sell their Grammys to fucking do it. I've seen the people do it. I've seen the people take their Harleys right down to the pawn shop and leave with looks like they just ate a whole bag of powdered donuts. Tell me I'm lying. But I was raised to keep my mouth shut and let the Lord deal with you. But then you start coming after me and affecting my money and affecting my career and affecting my reputation. Oh, I'm going to talk. Goes both ways. So it's all right. I'm just saying, in my experience in 35 years of being a professional comedian, songwriter, and country music singer, not once have I ever done my performance naked. Not once have I ever done it under the influence of cocaine. Not once have I ever done it under the influence of any hard drugs that might be scheduled as a Class 5 felony. Ever. And Sean's the only time that I've ever shit where I ate by sleeping with somebody in the band. And I sleep with him before I brought him in the band. And I'll take him with me when I leave. But I'm looking at it going, I can't be the only person that was raised like this in America. I can't be the only Gen X / whatever the hell we are. Why? Who came up with all these labels to call us? I was born in 1983. I watched Hildy fuck up everybody's homes on Trading Spaces. I thought Ty Pennington could build everything, including the wall at Mexican border. I thought that Julia Sugarbaker should have run for president and Suzanne Sugarbaker was Miss America. I thought Murphy Brown was Tom Brokaw and that Corky should have been the press house secretary. That's what I think. But, I'm 41 years old and I'm looking around at the powers that be going, does there a grown-up anywhere? I need an adult. I need to talk to an adult. Because so far, in the past 48 hours, no, not even that. In the past 3 weeks, I've ran into maybe 4 adults. So far, it just seems like a lot of the inmates are taking over the prison and nobody's got the gumption to step back in control. But that's all right. Used to be easy to do my job. I just show up, pick up my guitar, sing you some songs I wrote, tell you some stories about some people that we know, make you laugh, make you cry, make you feel, make you think, make you laugh, and I pack up my shit and I go home. Now I have to run errands and build things and turn down hard drugs and keep my clothes on because I'm not going to get naked. I'm just not. I'm not. I don't have the body for it. Don't feel like it. Now I have to jump through this hoop and jump over that stick and do this for this person and do this for that person, all for free, mind you. Sometimes I wish I wasn't raised with such good manners. Sometimes I wish I had a little more of my daddy's side in me that, shoots first and asks questions later. Sometimes I just like to slap the taste out of somebody's mouth and be like, who the hell do you think you're talking to? So anyway, I've been sitting on that for a couple days now. I wasn't supposed to be back from Tennessee until this morning, but we got back Saturday night. fully clothed and sober, and that's all I'm going to say about that situation. Apparently, I brought the wrong party favors to the party. But anyway, now I'm making gumbo, getting this house together. Going to be at Sam A Fest tomorrow night in downtown Nashville Whiskey Bin at 6 o'clock for the CDX showcase because I've signed with them for distribution. Then Thursday, we're going to be in Cookeville at the Roasted Hemp Shop on 10th Street. It's on 10th Street. Anyway, it's in Cookeville. Come see it. It starts at 9 o'clock. It's on my Roasted Hemp boys. I love them. I love them. Love them. Love them. They were my saving grace this weekend. If they hadn't been there, I would have went nuts. So we're playing there Thursday night. So if you're in Middle Tennessee and you don't want to beat the crowd, the traffic, and the prices in Nashville, just drive on east a little bit and come see us at the smoke shop. So we'll be there. Then we come back home to Kentucky to celebrate my parents' 44th wedding anniversary, get some stuff together. I've got a show, not this weekend, but next weekend in Lexington. And then we take off to Montana. So if you want to see us, book us where you are. But no, I'm not going to do any hard drugs, nor am I going to perform naked. I'm just not. So if you're going to ask me to, don't. I will show up with bells on, probably some kind of feathers and sequins, sing my ass off, tell a couple jokes, smoke a couple cigarettes, and then we'll all go home. There's no need for us to be best friends. There's no need for us to go get matching tattoos. There's no need us for exchange numbers and talk about our high school fantasies, the first time that we had sex, and how big of boobs that we wish that we had when we finally got our first bra. I don't care. I don't care. As long as the check clears and you're happy with my entertainment for the 3 hours that you paid me for, awesome. But I'm not going to go backstage afterwards and be like, where's all the hard drug stuff? No. I don't know anybody my age that still wants to live and have a career and talk about it that does that shit. I don't. They're not in my circle. There are those out there. There's plenty. I'm not one of them. And like I said, that might be the reason why I'm not super famous, is because I won't play in the devil's playground. I won't. I'm sitting over here on Moses' mountain. I can see the golden calf from here, but I'm not over there on it, you know? And I'm not saying I walk on water. I wobble on whiskey at best, but, you know, if you're going to be a part-time Christian and expect a full-time God, then you're in a world of hurt. You know? Don't be a part-time Christian. Make a decision. Yes or no? So, anyway, it's hot as shit. I gotta go mow my yard, start some laundry, stir the gumbo, because you know me, I stir the pot and smoke it too. But tomorrow night we will be downtown Nashville. That is a free show, 21 and up at Whiskey Bent. All the CDX artists will be there. I get to see all my buddies. I get to see Kevin. I get to see Faster Horses. I get to see Clayton Q. I'm so excited to see John. I haven't seen half these people in forever. So this is the only time it's like family reunions. Come watch us. And then Thursday night I'll be in Cookeville. Amelia, we might get matching tats because we're friends, not because you hired me to sing for 5 hours and then got mad at me because I wouldn't do hard drugs with you. That, you know, that kind of ruins the whole togetherness. Walking on whiskey, Lord. Ain't that a damn country song? Anyway, some of y'all like me and some of y'all don't. Some of y'all watch me just so you can get pissed off at whatever I say next. I can't lose any more sleep over it, and I can't cry anymore because I'm out of contacts, and I've cried all day about this. I've cried for 2 days about this. Because I'm really, really good at the job that I'm hired for. I'm really fucking good at my job. I've worked really hard to do it. Can't do math, can't do science. Really good at music. So when someone questions my integrity as an artist and an entertainer because of my refusal to do Schedule 5 narcotics, it really hurts my feelings. Do your own dope, and I'll sing the songs. How about that? Didn't end well for a lot of my friends. Didn't end well, a lot of my friends popping pills and shoving shit in their arms and selling everything that their granny's got so that they can get a fix. It didn't work out well for them. I don't want to do that. If I'm pawning anything, it's so I can put food on the table. If I'm selling something, it's so I can put gas in the truck. If I'm working extra jobs, it's so I can feed my chickens. You can look at my teeth and my ass and tell that I am hard drugs. But it just really bothers me. It really bothers me that my entire life I have prepared to be a positive force in the world, prepared to share my message and to share my story and to share my songs with people that are also going through it. And to know that the gatekeeper is somebody that wouldn't have even been able to fill out an essay at the college I went to. Wouldn't be able to even find it on the map because they can't spell it. And yet they're the ones in control. I don't understand. I don't understand where the powers that be switched. I don't know if my generation just said, it's okay, we'll wait our turn, and we just decided to sit back because we were raised by such forceful parents that did it all. Or if we're just like kind of giving up and say, y'all figure it out because you fucked it up. Or if, the world's just gone to hell in a handbasket and I'm just waiting for the Easter Bunny to come pick us up. Like, I don't know. Oh, I looked the devil right in the damn eye, and her eyes were as big around as saucers. So I know exactly what the devil looks like, and he don't ever look like the devil. He don't ever look like the devil. He looks like your friends, your neighbors, your husband, your mom, your dad, the employers, your buddies. He'll show up. He'll show up, and he'll jump right in there. He'll jump right in there, and he'll try to get you real quick. It's like Jesus with the crossword puzzle. He almost got stuck at 2 cross. But I told my husband, I said, we're going to have to be more discerning, and we're going to have to pray a lot more because we're going into battle. I thought the first 20 years of this career was hard, me doing it by myself and fighting off every dark lurker in every corner trying to make my way to the stage. But it's a hell of a lot harder when you got your eyes on the prize. When you start loving Jesus out loud, they get real eager to shut you up. And don't worry, I'm not going to stand on the corner and tell you about the end coming. The end's already here. I'm just going to provide some entertainment and hopefully get you a little closer to Jesus before we get there. But, I'm by no means a preacher. I'm by no means a disciple. I'm by no means somebody that can lead the masses to the Lord. I can get you close enough where you can get into the autograph line. I'm just doing the best I can, but we have to start at home. You have to start with yourself. You have to start with your own heart and decide what you will stand for and what you will put up with and what you won't. You have to decide where your heart lies. You have to decide where your conscience is clear. You have to decide where your line in the sand is and whether or not you're going to cross it or not. You have to decide that for yourself and your home before you can start spreading it everywhere else. Healing begins at home. And our home is solid. Our house is clean. Not fitting like literally, like I need to go do laundry. But I'm saying like there are no dark little corners in our house. There are no little lies. There are no little secrets. We don't live like that. Me and Sean literally talk about everything. That man is my very best friend in this whole wide world. We've talked about this for 4 days. He was so damn mad the other night. I thought that he was going to come unglued. And I said, you know what, baby? It's not worth it. It's just a test. I said, the Lord's just showing us the error of our ways and the people that we can trust and the people that we definitely can't and the people that we need to keep an eye out for and warn others about. Part of our job as Christians is to make sure you don't fall in that same hole that we just got out of. And I would warn you about the powers that be, but they're taking off to Florida, so it really don't matter. Not our problem anymore. But I'm just looking at it. Things only have power if you give them power. Someone can only make you feel inferior with your permission. And this weekend I keep hearing that quote in my head because it's my own damn fault. I should have stood up for myself and been a little louder for the ones in the back and said, no, this ain't right. But instead I just said, you're not going to talk to me like that. And they came unglued and started hollering at me and came at me. And I said, take a breath, calm down, try again. But you're not going to talk to me like that. And they said, well, that's the way I talk to everybody. I said, that's the way I'm going to knock your teeth down your throat. You're not going to talk to me like that. I got 8 albums. I got 40,000 songs. I got 40 years of notebooks of people who shouldn't have talked to me like that. I'm not bitter. I just believe in making an example out of you so other people know what a piece of shit that you are and they don't have to deal with you. I don't mind getting my hands dirty if it saves everybody else about a COVID. Just don't do that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And a lot of people want to get on my ass and say, well, who makes you the be-all, end-all? I'm not, but no grown-ups are talking, so somebody might as well take the damn microphone. Stop doing drugs. Be honest. Stop hiding from the law. Stop doing cocaine. Basic common sense bullshit that I'm having to tell y'all right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Grow your own food. Grow your own chickens. Grow your own smoke. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Get your house in order. Mind your own shit. Then start worrying about everybody else if you got time. Reminds me of that cop in Irving who's too busy pulling over everybody left, right, and yonder than to check on Broadway. I've seen 6 cars. I don't even live in Irving anymore, and I've seen video footage of 6 cars almost getting demolished by a damn garbage truck who can't read stop signs on a one-way street. Where's that new cop that's pulling people over right and left? Where's he at? What's he doing? She's sitting over there at the burger barn eating a donut. What's he doing? I am very proud of my hometown, and I'll be damned if another motherfucker's going to run in there and ruin it. There's been plenty of them come into my hometown in the past 20 years and put a bad taste in everybody's mouth about Esther County. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. You're going to talk shit about my hometown and fuck it up, I'm going to come after you, okay? Get your shit in order, because the queen is now mobile. Told y'all I'm sweet as honey, but once I start singing, you better have an EpiPen. You know? We're in this together. We're in this to get through this together. And hopefully if I can tell you a funny story or a joke or sing you a song or make your day a little better, then my job is done. I have done what I've been put here on this earth to accomplish. But if your only mission on watching my stuff is to report back to the powers that be the shit that you don't agree with or talk shit about me or defame my character, I'll send you a cease and desist and I'll put your ass in a song with 2 verses, a chorus, and a bridge. I've seen me do it. I'll also sing happy songs if you do something nice. I wrote that song, Turkey Good and Killed a Goose. Funny song. Super nice about turkey. Killed that goose, saved them boys. But also, right damn right, you should be scared of me because that fat whore in Richmond should have known better than to come up to the parking lot of her own bar and hand me a shot of whiskey in front of a cop and then tell me that I had the bad attitude. Honey, I can't wait to see you again. I got a whole album with your name on it. I don't name names, I just tell stories. And if you happen to put 2 and 2 together, well then hell, it ain't my fault that you're that smart. But I'd love for you to be the one to own up to it. Yeah, I pissed her off. She wrote that song about me. Go ahead. Go ahead. There's 2 more crosses hanging up here besides Jesus. Let's come on with this. So anyway, I just had to be in my bonnet because I have cried all weekend. And I thought, you know what? That ain't worth any more salt. Ain't worth any more of my time. Ain't worth me getting dehydrated and a headache and worried about something that ain't going to matter in 10 years because, you know, she'll be arrested before then, so it don't matter. But what bothers me the most is that I was hired for a specific job. And I did that job very, very well. But because I would not participate in the extracurricular activities also involved with that event, I was told to go home. Duly noted. Duly noted. I'm going to ask my uncle, the state trooper, what I should do about that next. I don't know. I need to call in a few favors for some of my big wigs here lately. I got a lot of friends in low places, and I ain't talked to them in a while. But anymore, I figure if I want something right, I gotta do it my damn self. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to start running for mayor and running for chief of police, running for sheriff, running for president, running for governor, running for city council. I'm gonna have to do something. Everybody else is just sitting on the pearls. My husband says I'm a lot like cilantro. Some people love it. Add it to everything. Some people it tastes like soap in their mouth. I'm like cilantro. I'm like, no, I like to think I'm like whiskey. If you're strong enough to handle the taste, then you're fine. If you ain't, get out of my bar. I don't know, it just hurts my feelings. I just want to sing. I just want to come and entertain you. I want to tell you stories and tell you jokes and make us laugh. And hell, I might even make you a cheese bomb. Me and Sean will laugh and he'll play you that song about them 2 people dying at one funeral that I tell him is not a song, but he'll play it. But, you know, I want to just come entertain you, but I don't understand why I have to compromise my dignity and my morals to do it. Dolly didn't. Reba didn't. Loretta sure as hell didn't. Winona didn't. Seems like everybody born after 1990 has decided just to go with the flow. There's a big difference in being authentic and being unique. I'm unique as hell. I wear a feather hat and I got some on my guitars and I raise chickens and, you know. But more than that, I'm authentic. I am exactly who I say I am. My name is Sarah Beth Terry Courtney. I'm 41 years old. I'm a professional singer, songwriter, and comedian. I have a short fuse and a big heart. I get my feelings hurt and I cry more than I should because I love everybody, and I do not understand why people have so much hate in their hearts. I try so hard, but after a while, my mouth gets me in trouble because I'll tell people just to go fuck themselves. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, you know, you can't argue with stupidity. You can't. And the dumber it gets, the madder I get. And I know that I have to use smaller words to make my point. And by then, you're too stupid to insult. And I'm just mad. I just want to sing. I just want to tell stories. I just want to tell jokes. I don't want to do cocaine. I don't want to be naked. I don't want to run to the Dollar General and pick up $150 worth of supplies for an event that was prepared 4 months before I even showed up. I don't want to do that anymore. Lack of preparedness on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. I showed up with my guitar ready to do my job. My bad if you weren't. So, you know, I'm trying my best, and I just feel like I'm beating my head against the wall. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Or maybe the Lord's just finally whittling me down to use me like He wants to. Because my ego's been in the way for a long time, and the Lord sure as hell took that from me this year. I've been humbled. I've been broken down. I'm being reset. The Lord ain't done with me yet. He ain't done with any of us yet. So, all I'm saying is have a little grace. More for yourself than anything. We're hard on ourselves. But, if you're watching me, and you like what I have to say, and sing, and tell, and smoke, call me. We got about 10 dates now that I'm not working with that biker comedy hypnotist anymore that we need to fill before the end of the summer. I've decided to remove myself from a situation that just seems to be like trouble. I don't mind coming to sing. I'll come anywhere. I'm going to Montana. I'm going to Arkansas. I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Delaware. I don't care. I'll come sing anywhere. I'm there to sing. I'm there to do music. I'm there to do comedy. That's it. So, if you would like some of that entertainment at your next event, holler. No gig is too small. Seriously, I have played just as many backyard barbecues as I have 10,000 seat stadiums. So, you know, probably more. I don't care if I'm playing to one person or a million people. The message is the same. The song is the same, and you're still going to get Sarah Beth. You're still going to get broken by design, doing the best, trying it every day, and the Lord knows she's giving it her all. That's who I am. I don't always say the right thing. I don't always do the right thing. I don't always wear the right thing. But my heart's in the right place. And I like to think I'm a pretty good person. I'm just in a really, really demonic business. So, I can either waller down in it, and if you can't beat them, join them, or I can be the one sore thumb that sticks out. And I think I'm going to be the one sore thumb that sticks out. I think that the Lord ain't done with me yet. I think I've got a message that I need to get out there. I think that my job is to cut through the noise. I think that my job is to have a sound guy that knows that I peak at 120 hertz and to go ahead and crank me up a little notch so I can cut through all the bullshit. I think that I've got a mission. I just need to know where I'm coming next. So, if you have the coordinates, and the Lord has also talked to you and said, call Sarah Beth, tell them to come down here and play. Or, you know, you may not know the Lord, and that's why I'm supposed to come see you. Maybe I'm supposed to be there and say, you know what? It ain't all you think. It ain't all about a bunch of Bible beaters that are going to send you straight to hell for smoking a cigarette. It ain't. As far as I know, the Lord never set foot in church except to tear some shit up. So, you know, I think that we're missing the message for the ministry. I think that we're missing God's love for attendance and tax exemption. I think that we're missing the miracle for the mega church. That's what I think. I think we're too busy putting on airs to show them how good Christians we are than to actually be the Christians that we need to be. That's what I think. Because if you read the Bible like I do, it wasn't a bunch of peace praying, hand holding people. They were fighting, flat out war. Jacob wrestled God and had a bad hip for it, like fighting. Crusades, hello. Holy wars, hello. Peter being crucified upside down in Rome because because the powers that be at times didn't like Christianity, hello. Well-behaved women rarely make history. And also in that same breath, every time that a woman prayed in the Bible, God answered it himself. And I've seen him answer prayers in person the last 2 weeks. But because the Lord shows up, there's always going to be a party crasher. There's always going to, you can almost bet. You got a big star in Nashville, you're going to have 8 or 10 germs come slipping through the cracks trying to get people. Oh, I know them. I'm friends with them. I'm their manager. I'm their publicist. I'm their dog walker. I'm their hairstylist, whatever. So, the closer you get to the Lord, the louder the demons start hollering at your feet. The more they start biting at you, the more they start trying to pick you apart, the more that they know that they're about to lose the game and they're grabbing onto everything they can for you across the finish line. So I have to remember that. I have to remember that this is a test, that this is a battle, and I'm in a spiritual warfare right now with the powers that be, and that my mission is to spread joy and love through music and comedy, and that I need to quit being so damn bitter and negative about the people that are pissing me off. I know that, and I'm working on it. But I also feel like it's my job as your friend to warn you that they're out there, that there's snakes in the grass and sharks in the water, and they're hiding and waiting. So just be situationally aware. Put on the armor of God. Guard yourself. Because what you think you say and what you say you do and what you do becomes your character, and your character sometimes will ruin you. So, be careful. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Because Lord knows I wish I could pluck mine out this weekend about all the debauchery I saw. I just prayed. I prayed the whole weekend. And I didn't even pray for the people that were around me. I was praying for the people in charge. The people around me were the most wholesome, honest, down-to-earth people I've ever met. It's when people with money started getting involved that everything went to hell. Ain't that always the way? Ain't that always the way? Look at them shades, Austin. What about them shades? Look at them shades, polarized and everything. Got them from my friends at the Roasted Hemp Company in Cookville. Love them boys. Listen, I tell you a funny story. Okay, the other night I did my show, and I was like, hey, listen, if you give me any money, I won't spend it on weed because, I smoke. So these guys came up to me, and they went, there's like 5 or 6 of them, and they all just kind of gathered around me, and I was like, what? And they went, and I said, what's this? And they said, it's for you. And I went, okay. And then they all just ran away like little cockroaches. And I was like, kind of expected one of them to go into a chorus of, we represent the Roasted Hemp Boys. And I was like, all right, cool. Glad to be here in Oz. So I floated right over that rainbow. Good stuff. Can't wait to see you Thursday. I want some more of that damn water. Austin, if you're still watching, I need some more of that damn water. I need like 12 of them. Because I want to take some home. Because those are delicious. And I feel like if I'm working in the garden, that would put me right with Jesus. Emily, I thought that you were absolutely friggin' adorable. You and your hubs both. I want to hang out with y'all again, and I hope that you'll come to a show near me. I wish that I'd been able to say bye to everybody Saturday night, but I was asked to leave the premises before I had a chance to say my farewells. That's okay. Y'all know how to get in touch with me on Facebook. We're still friends. This just in, the Goodyear Blimp is celebrating its 100th anniversary. 100th anniversary. The Goodyear Blimp has been around since 1925. Was that before or after the Hindenburg? Probably after, because it's still around and we haven't destroyed it in the big Zeppelin fire. But that's hard to believe, isn't it? That there's been a Goodyear Blimp longer than there's been football games for them to be at. Isn't that funny? Anyway. So, no, I had a really good experience with all the patrons and all the vendors, and I'm just tickled that I got to meet so many new friends. I wished a couple other things had went a little more seamless. Wish that I'd been a little more stronger in my convictions when it came to other things. But I did make new friends, and we had a big time. And I want to say out loud, I apologize if I ruined your friendships with any of the powers that be. I did not realize that my presence there and inexperience at naked rallies would come into play with other people's friendships and their ability to maintain them after I left. So, if that was on me, sorry I ruined your friendships. Anyway. I hope to see y'all, Emily. Listen, playing in Nashville tomorrow night, playing in Cookville on Thursday night. So if you're close to either of those places, come see me. Because then we're headed back up here to West by God, Virginia. Listen. How do you keep the rabbits out of your garden without shooting them? I mean, I have blood meal to sprinkle around stuff, but that's just making the raccoons eat my stuff. I just don't think it's meant for me to have broccoli. Maybe I need to plant them somewhere else. I don't know. But in the meantime, it's 6 o'clock. I got to go stir this gumbo. I've already stirred the pot enough today to probably piss everybody off. But remember, just whatever you'd like to say, I'd like to add you into a song. So make sure that you spell my name right if you start talking shit about me on Facebook, or add me to your prayer list at church. Sarah's with an H. I always get real mad when people leave the H off my name. I'm like, if you're going to talk shit about me, at least spell my damn name right. Not to make y'all really jealous, but this gumbo is looking amazeballs. Look at that. Andouille sausage, Gulf caught shrimp, fresh chicken from my backyard, because that son bitch ain't gonna fly out of the coop no more, and crawfish. I'm telling you, pie tins. Emily, I never thought about that. That's a really good idea. I'm gonna go get some of them at the Dollar Tree now. Thank you. I never thought about pie tins. I thought about getting one of them wacky, wavy, inflatable, arm flailing tube men off of Amazon that kind of do the thing, you know. And I thought, well, no, because that just scare my chickens. But I will show you what's going on over here. I need to mow. But my Keepa Cabana's nearly done. We're spray painting the swing, putting it together. Painted the barn. Got stuff growing. So, you know, not a bad day. Not a bad day in West by God, Virginia. I am ready whenever y'all are to tackle the backyard. Mowing and weed eating front and back. Or we can do it when it cools off. I want to go take a shower. I got a tick on my body and I feel good. He found a tick. So, well, we'll get on to it then. I got gumbo almost ready. I love Steve and Edna. They're the best neighbors. We have such a good time together. And I love how we're all here at the end of this big farm road, and that we can sit here on the creek and raise all of our chickens and have supper twice a week together. Oh, that was my heel. Son of a bitch. I was out of stuff to drink, so y'all just calm down. So, well, that's all the news I have from this side of the hill today. Come on, Tom T. You can come pee. Come on. Come on, you big lanky sunbuck. My dog is getting so big. Winona misses him so bad, but she's at Poppy's. So, all right, well, that's all I know. If you want to book us for a show, holler. If you don't, that's fine too, I guess. I'll just, see you when I see you. But in the meantime, get on SarahBethTerry.com for all the dates and details and the new merchandise. We do have Cigarette Mom available, so, in the meantime, tomorrow in Nashville, Thursday in Cookville, then we're back to West by God, Virginia, and working on raising chickens and turkeys and dogs and children and crops and hail. Raising hell. So, anyway, I just want to get on and talk to you because I haven't been on here for a week because I've been working like a rented mule, and I finally had time to sit down and have a cigarette with you all, and I just want to talk to you. I love you, and I mean that, and I hope that I get to see you guys in person real soon, and if you want me to come to your neck of the woods, just holler. I mean, I'm not real hard to get a hold of. I think I'm even listed on Facebook. So, I love y'all, and I mean that. There ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. And as always, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not. Bye.